Thick-Faced Black Heart by Ning Chu. There is a powerful secret to all form of success. The ancient feudal warlords knew it. The American pioneers had it. Asian businessmen use it. Now the world's foremost expert on the Asian business mind, Ning Chu, explains the natural law that unites spiritual behavior with absolute achievement. This book was originally published in 1992. Challenge your limitations for the pure joy of challenge. Work does not need you, you need work. When you are truly aligned with virtue, there is no sense of arrogance or superiority. When you do the right things for the right reason, the right results awaits. Our negative life situations are essential elements for us to fulfill our intended destiny. However, unless we possess the power of endurance to live through the dark of the night, we will not see the glory of daybreak. Success also requires the courage to risk disapproval. Most independent thought, new ideas, or endeavors beyond the common measure are greeted with disapproval, and ranging from skepticism and ridicule to violent outrage. Challenge your limitations for the pure joy of challenge. Real gold does not fear the test of fire. This book shows us how to liberate the power within us all. We attain success in life by cultivating our warrior spirits and dedicating ourselves to expressing our own unique nature and inbuilt killer instincts. Many of the principles in this book are not moral, even criminal, and sometimes horrifying. An employee's dharma is simple: to support the employer wholeheartedly. When you conceal your will from others, that is thick. When you impose your will on others, that is black. Many people are so completely obsessed with the pursuit of false euphoria that they attempt to deny the existence of life difficulties. A positive attitude is important, but it is only part of the story. Understanding how to surmount pain, doubt, and failure is a vital component in winning the game of life. Character is not made out of sunshine and roses. Like steel, it is made up of fire between the hammer and the anvil. A thick face need not be assertive or aggressive. He may be humble and submissive. Thick face is the ability to adopt whatever manner the situation calls for, without regard for other people think of you. There is an ancient Chinese story about a young man named Han Jin who had reputation as a skilled fighter. One day, when Han was walking through the streets of his city, he was stopped by two men who had heard of his skill. The pair challenged him to fight to the death. Han tried to decline the challenge, but the men would not let him walk away. They insisted he must either fight or crawl like a dog. Although to the Chinese this is a humiliation, Han chose to crawl rather than fight. Han did not care what anyone else thought. In his heart, he knew himself to be a fearless warrior. Black heart is the ability to take action without regard to how the consequences will affect others. A black heart is ruthless, but it is not necessarily evil. Conversely, a general who is so full of human compassion that he is reluctant to order soldiers to their death, is of no use to his country. Whereas a black-hearted general can put the carnage of battle out of his mind and fully concentrate on the required results victory. He focuses his attention on his goals and ignores the cost. A black-hearted person has the courage to fail. Attempting every action always implies the risk of failure. He sees life as a battle that must be fought. There is no way out. Victory is the only aim. While his body is fearful and the mind is fearful, his spirit is fearless. He is able to detach himself from the fear of the body and the mind. Instead, he focuses fearlessly of his spirit. You are not controlled by your emotions. You may press on with greater courage and renewed energy. We will learn how to live in this world and not be a victim of it. Our objective is to be able to defend ourselves against other aggressions. A good man's actions are not always gentle. They may be ruthless and cold. When people act overly nice, I always wonder about their motives. The proper function of man is to live, not to exist. Victory lies in perseverance. It's time to stop battling the negative image. Be positive and accept yourself the way you are. Asians do not worry about whether something is positive or negative. They focus on the object and do what they are supposed to do. She said, "We aren't patient, but we have the ability to endure." She cited sacrifices of babies and children in ancient time of siege to help save food for those who could fight, and the fact that the Japanese never had problems recruiting kamikaze pilots for their suicide mission because of the overall goal. Thick face, black heart is the secret law of nature that governs. This is the main point. Focus on your goals and ignore the cost of achieving your goal. Every time we accomplish something and move ahead, we have to exchange the known conditions of our life for uncertainty and unfamiliarity. Thick face is a kind of psychopath, immune to humiliation or guilt, Machiavellian in nature.